Hello everyone, hi again. So this video is, I hope, going to support you with the cafe menu task that I'm sending out to you all today. So if you can have a look at that one maybe for this week, that would be brilliant. So the task for the cafe menu has a couple of new elements to it, new things to learn that maybe we might have looked at this for some of you a little while ago, maybe last term in our contact classes. So for anyone who needs it, I'm just going to show you again. So the task that I'm sending out this week is to create a menu for a cafe, and there's a couple of little things in it that I suppose add to the overall look of it. But maybe they're a little bit fiddly and you haven't done them before. So I'm just going to run through any of those bits for you in this video. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look at that might be new to some of you, but some of you might remember having done with me in class, is to add a border. So we're going to add a border to the menu just to give it a bit of interest and make it look a little bit extra special. Okay, so when we want to add our border, we come to the design tab. So just to remind everyone, I'm in the home tab at the moment, and I need to come to the design tab to insert or to add a border to my page. So I'm going to click on the design tab, and it's all the way to the end here. So I think in last week's task, we might have added a watermark to our timetable. I think we added the watermark draft. So we've used the design tab maybe once before. So for this task, I'm going to add a page border. So you just click on page borders. Okay. And in the worksheet, I have tips for this. So I'm going to get you to, so in borders, this one is shaded here or selected page borders. I'm just going to get you to select a box border. So over here, so I'll undo that just so that you can, see what I did there. So if I just go to none for a second, so if I come down and I click on a box border, this is my little preview of what my border choices are going to look like on my paper. So if you can see there, so no border, I have nothing, and I've gone for the box border. It's just the one. You can click on the other ones there to have a look and see what you think. Like there's shadow, so you see it's lighter here and darker here. There's 3D, and then there's custom borders. I just go for the box border because it's the most straightforward. It's the simplest, and you can get different effects based on just using a box border. So it works fine for what we wanted to do. So I'll get you then in style. So when you come to, so we just clicked on box border. So that's our preview, first of all, of what it looks like. Then we need to go to style, and I'm just going to get you all to scroll down. You should know it when you get to it. It's this one here that I want you to select. So there's like 3 lines with a darker line going through the middle. So if you click on it, you'll see it. You'll have a better view of it here. So this is what my border is going to look like now. So if I clicked OK now, there's my black border. But I don't want that because it's not really all that interesting. So I'm going to just go back to page borders again. And I'm going to change the color first of all. So you come to color, click on the drop down. I don't really want any of those, so I'm going to look for more colors. Now this is totally your choice. I haven't specified. I think I have maybe orange in the worksheet for the task, but I just want you to select your own. So anything that you're happy with. So I'm just going to preview maybe what that looks like. No, I'll go for something a little lighter. Okay, so we'll go for that, and we'll click OK. So that's now my new color. And the width of the border, I want it to be this 3 point. I think it defaults to that anyway on this one. But if it's not already defaulted, just make sure that your width of your border is this 3 point. Okay, and then just click OK. And there's my nice new bright pink border. Okay, so I'm going to pop back to the home tab. And I'm just going to show you the font that I would like. I'm going to center my cursor first of all on the page because I want the title or the heading of the menu to be in the center of the page. And I've asked you here to use the font type Monotype Cursiva, that one. And for the heading only, font size 36. Okay, so I think I've called it Chapel Street cafe. And you can see that the E, the accent on the E, it just happens automatically for you when you type the word cafe. Okay, so I'm going to just align the text to the left again. I'm going to keep the same font, but I don't want it as large as that because I want to try and keep everything to one page. So I'm just going to select the font size 18, which is still good and big, but it just means I'm going to be able to fit all the text on the one page. Okay, so I'm just going to type here. So there is a starter, there's a main course, and there's a dessert. So I want you to left align that text for those sections of the document. And I'd like you to just underline those headings for each of those. Okay. What else do I want you to do? Oh, okay. So I want to just take a look at, so again, in this one, now I know I've covered it in the table tips number 3 video, but I just want you to add a picture for me to your menu as well. Again, just to make it a little bit more interesting. So there's 2 ways to do that, but I'm just going to go for the insert tab here, and I'm going to go into pictures, online pictures, and I'm just going to select, let me see, salmon. Okay, I'm happy with that picture there, which I think is the one I actually used in the document for you. And I'm just going to click on insert. Okay, so once that is added into my document, I'm just going to modify it. I'm just going to change the size of it, edit it a little. I don't want this text visible. So I'm just going to highlight that and hit my backspace key. I'll take that text out. Again, then, if you want to resize the image within your document, if you just take your cursor to the bottom right-hand corner, I find works the best. And once you see that double-headed arrow, you're good to go. So just hold your finger down on your mouse, click and drag, and you'll be able to change the size of it. So let's say about there. I'll just click outside it so you can see that's the image that I've now inserted into my document. But I don't want it here. I want to move it over here. Okay, so I'm going to click on this little icon here. So I'm hovering on it there so you can see what it says. This says layout options. So choose how your object will interact with the text around it. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to pop down here to this one on the bottom right where it says show the image in front of text. So I'm going to click on that, and that then allows me to move this image anywhere I like on my page. So I'm just going to move my image over to the right here. So you're going to have, so your heading is centered. You're going to have your menu text aligned to the left-hand margin. And then I'm going to get you to place your images to the right-hand side of the written text. I hope that makes sense. The next thing I'm going to do is just show you. So as I pointed out here, when we type the word cafe, you see you have the E with this little accent on it. And that happens automatically for certain words. But in the dessert section of your menu, you have a dessert called creme brulee. So I'm going to type creme, which it does it automatically, as you can see there. But for the brulee, it doesn't do it. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Creme brulee has an accent above the U and an accent on the first E. So I'm going to just take those out and I'll show you how you get the U with the accent. So you go to the insert tab. You come across here to symbol, and we're going to click on more symbols. Okay, so when you're in symbols, so you can see here, I'll show you there's special characters. So in special characters, we have things like copyright, trademark. There's a few of those little symbols, I suppose, in there. Not really lots of options. The majority of our options are here in symbols as opposed to in special characters. So for the U with the circumflex on it in the word creme brulee, you can see here I have, so in symbols, there's a font, there's an option to change the font. And we've done that before when we wanted to find things like our little telephone symbol here and maybe the flower. we've gone in here and we've changed the font to a font called Wingdings. But for the purposes of this task, you just need to make sure that your font is selected to normal text. So I'm just highlighting there, I'm just holding my cursor there. So it's normal text that you want for this. Okay, so as you can see here, a lot of these letters have different accents on them for different languages. So it's the U with this little fellow here. It looks like an upside down V. It's called a circumflex in French. So that's the one I want. So I'm just going to click on it and click insert and click close. And there you can see, I'll just move my cursor away so you can see. There I have the BRU in the word brulee with the accent on it. Then I can type my L, and I need an E with an accent on it now for the first E. So the same thing, up to symbol, more symbols. Again, my font is normal text and I need an E with an accent. So let me just scroll down. I might have gone past it. And scroll back up. And it's this one here I want. So it's this E with an accent, sort of slanted to the right, that I'm looking for this letter. And I click insert and I click close, and I'll just move my cursor away so you can see there's my E with the accent, and that has a second E on the end. So there's my creme brulee with the accents above the letters. So that's where you find those when you come to do that task. And I think that's everything for the menu, for creating the menu. Again, like everything else, if anyone has any questions, give me a phone call, send me an email or a WhatsApp message. If anyone wants to maybe log on and have a one-to-one session, I'm perfectly happy to do that at any stage. Again, just send me an email or give me a call and just say that you need some help or support, maybe one-to-one. And I'll try again and schedule our online session for some stage in the week this week. We might try it on Wednesday this week, and then everyone can check in on Friday and see if you're all getting on okay. If you're all happy to follow the videos and use the tip sheets, that's fine also. But just as long as you can maybe have a go and you're happy enough and you're comfortable enough that you have enough support to at least maybe try some of the tasks, just to keep your learning up and to keep it fresh in your heads while we're working remotely. Okay, everyone, so I hope this was helpful. Stay safe and take care, and I'll chat to you later on today. Okay, everybody, bye.